Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. Today I want to talk about everyone's favorite topic if they've been broken up with, and that is no contact. And more specifically, the fact that no contact is not a sprint, it's a marathon, meaning that someone isn't going to break up with you on Monday and then get back with you on Tuesday, or even Thursday or Friday or Saturday. Usually, unless it's a fake breakup, but that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about a real breakup. Because I see people writing in with the comments saying, oh, I've been in no contact for 5 days. I've been in no contact for 2 weeks. Well, I hate to tell you, but that's nothing. In the world of no contact, 5 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even 30 days is nothing. Why? Because, as I already said, no contact is not a sprint, it's a marathon, meaning it's going to take time. I mean, think about when you first started dating this person. Did you instantly become committed in a relationship with them 2 days after meeting them? I hope not. 1 week after meeting them? 2 weeks? A month? Usually not. Usually you date casually and then eventually you say, okay, are we exclusive? Are we committed? And that takes time. So if it takes time to get together at the beginning of a relationship, why would you think that it would be different when you're trying to get back together with that person? So usually you're not going to get back together right away. And so what you want to do is you want to just chill and relax and actually expect to not hear from them for at least 60 days. If you've heard my other video, and if you haven't, I suggest you listen to it, about the 30-day no contact rule being BS, then you know that a lot of the times you will hear from your ex 45 to 60 days after your point of last contact. Meaning that if you contacted them after the breakup, 5 days after the breakup, 10 days after the breakup, you have to start the count all over again. So you're not counting from when the breakup occurred, you're counting from when you last contacted them. That's why it's important to stick to no contact and to not contact them. And so if you do that, often you'll hear from them 45 to 60 days. So that's 6 to 8 weeks. All right? So if you're listening to this and you've been in no contact for 3 days, 15 days, whatever, just calm down. Don't be expecting a phone call or a text anytime soon. However, they just might surprise you and contact you. The last time someone broke up with me, I had settled in and thought, okay, I won't hear from them for a while, fine. I'll get on with my life and see what happens. And then surprisingly, I heard from him 2 weeks later because I had done no contact correctly. As soon as he said it's over, I said, okay, no problem. Wish you the best, la la la. And that was it. Which probably shocked him because I'm sure he was expecting resistance and for me to beg like most people do. And so 2 weeks later, I heard from him. But he didn't say anything substantial, just, hey, how are you doing? So I didn't answer. About 10 days or 2 weeks after that, he contacted me yet again. Hey, how's your trip going? Again, no need to respond. That's me. I don't respond unless I see that the other person is making an effort to try to get back with me. Because otherwise, if they just want to be friends, then I'm not interested. And so you want to keep no contact. And even if they do contact you, depending on what they say, you may or may not want to respond because they may just be checking up to see how you're doing or trying to be friends. You want to make sure that your ex is being real and says something substantial if you're going to respond to their text or message and not just, hey, how are you? Or just want to check up on you, see how you're doing. You can ignore that. So if you're doing no contact, I know it's difficult. I know it's probably one of the hardest things you've ever gone through, if not the hardest, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. You just need to chill. Don't expect to hear from them right away. And more often than not, you will hear from them. Doesn't mean you'll get back together, but you will hear from them. So if you would like help with this, you can contact me about private coaching at theartoflove.net, and I will send you information about my rates. If you're listening to this on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, thank you for subscribing. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.